Hey, what's up guys? Yep, today's video is not like a modification video, it's more like a Nerf related, just a random topic video. Right, I have in my hand a Nerf Alpha Trooper. I'll get to that in a little while. I remember that I was started nerfing actually about a year ago. I think it was even before a year ago, before August last year. Yeah, and when I started out, all I knew was that the Longshot was already out of production. That's why some of you were asking me how did I get my Longshot new in box and stuff. If you look hard enough, Singapore has a restock of the Longshot. Okay, but that's another topic altogether. Right, so most of the blasters on the shelves were all yellow, like so. The N-Strike line, like the most popular was a Maverick. My first Nerf blaster was a Maverick, and then started getting more and more into Nerf because I started modding and stuff, and then I kind of got interested in the whole tactical rail attachment kind of thing to make everything look tactical. Like just getting a stock Alpha Trooper would be just like this, but you know, when you buy a Raider or you buy a Recon, you get a buttstock attachment and you get a side attachment. So I actually spent like 50 Sing just to go buy an Element box set just so I could get a scope, which was kind of silly. Buy a Recon and you get a light, which is kind of silly. So I know that unfortunately in Singapore we're not able to get like those Nerf mission kits where they sell just like an attachment and a few darts, but I did manage to get this quite some time back, about a year ago, a bit less than a year ago actually. When I was in Indonesia, I got about 3 of these. I sold off 2. This is my last remaining one. This is actually a Nerf pinpoint sight. It came off the Nerf mission kit, one of the mission kits. Yeah, I don't really have the batteries now, but as you can tell, there's a battery port. What it does is it kind of replicates a EOTech. I mean, most people call it EOTech, but it kind of replicates a real life red dot sight by there's this little LED over here, and it shines the light onto the plastic crosshair. As you can see, it's a crosshair. Yep, and then it kind of emulates that red dot wherever you go, which is probably, I think, in my opinion, the most useful Nerf N-Strike attachment. And it looks pretty good with most N-Strike blasters, like so. Yeah. Of course, the look is not complete if you don't have this. We can't get this in Singapore either. I had to get a special edition barricade shipped in. Thanks to Soulscut for that. Thank you, Soulscut. Yep. And so I managed to get one like that. And yeah, I don't know. There's just something about making your blasters look tactical that I like. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you out there kind of like the same thing. This whole yellow scheme is growing on me. At first, when I first started out, I hated it so much that I would paint almost all my blasters, but if you can tell, for the past, like, I don't know, 20-30 videos, I haven't been painting my blasters. I kind of like the stock yellow now, especially after I did my big yellow. But yeah, so just wondering what you guys think about Nerf, you know, making their attachments and all the mission kits and stuff. I don't know why Singapore doesn't have it. I don't see a reason why not to. But anyway, since we're on the topic, I managed to get myself a red Recon. As you can tell, it's just a main gun, and then this is the original red Recon stock, so it goes on like that, right? And then you have the where is that thing? Oh yeah, the red Recon flip up sight, which goes on up here like so, and then you get the barrel, the full barrel, twist it on, and then you get the original light. I wouldn't call it a red dot light, they call it a laser light, I think, a red dot light. And this is what the Recon looks like. Now of course, you know, trying to make it look even cooler, I don't like this stock, so what I did was I actually managed to get myself a another stock Shot Blast, and basically I got the one with the scope. So now I kind of like my Recon looking like this with the Shot Blast scope, which makes a lot more sense than the original Recon flip up sight. And I got this Shot Blast stock too. So now it makes me feel like the whole blaster is a lot more solid looking. It looks more like a real firearm, except that it's red, and it's pretty cool because I like red a lot. It's like one of my favorite colors, red. Yep. Speaking about sights, what do you guys think about sights on Nerf blasters? Like, seriously, do you think it makes any sense? Do you think it's worth the money? My opinion is that it is just Nerf blasters. You're just firing foam. It's nothing like BBs or airsoft or like a real firearm where, you know, range really means something. Of course, to us, when we mod stuff, we like to get ranges, but do take note that you're firing off foam darts, and there's always like things like tailwind, fishtailing, you know, atmospheric interference, so your darts are almost never always accurate. It's just accurate to a certain distance. That's about it. But what do you guys think? Looks versus usability. That's the question, right? Like, I mean, of course, you could always get yourself a real rifle scope like this one. Let me show you. Now, the reason why I have rifle scopes is because like I said before, I used to paint all my blasters black. I mean, used to paint all my blasters, and my first few blasters were all painted black, and I wanted it to look really good with like a real scope on it. So just kind of picture a blaster with a huge ass scope on it. It doesn't really make sense now, does it? Yeah, but for those of you who are really into military simulation cosplaying, that's the way to go. I have like about 4 or 5 scopes on my own. Never the same, you should know that. But yeah, back on the main topic, what do you guys think? Do you think it's worth to actually spend some money to, you know, tactical up your blasters, make your stuff look more unique like that? Like I think that this might be the only red recon in Singapore that has this red scope and the red buttstock. I may be wrong though, but the only other person that I've ever seen doing the exact same thing was Soulscud, from New York, by the way. Yeah, and I don't think anybody else in Singapore has an Alpha Trooper like that, with a yellow stock and a Nerf pinpoint sight. So to me, I fancy looks a lot. I weigh looks and cosmetics a lot more than you know, like for example functionality or practicality, because I just like my stuff looking cool. Like SG Nerf would always say, it's always about 99% about Nerf is just to be looking cool. I kind of agree with him. I'm pretty sure that you all have your own opinions, so I'd like to know what your opinion is. Do you think having a cool blaster looking like that and firing not so fantastic is a better choice, or would you rather like a really ghetto looking kind of blaster with like bits chopped off and a lot of E-tape and stuff around it, but it gets like crazy ranges? Well, leave a comment if you like. Thanks for watching. Peace.